We're going to do the video this way. You see my hand? Okay. We're doing the video this way. The reason you see me here, okay, on the screen is because my phone is over here in front of it. Look what I'm pointing at. I'm pointing at the camera. Now, the camera is my wall and my passage. I'm on screen over here, but I'm over here. You see me? My camera's not working. I'm not sure if I have enough space because of this new download of software from Logitech. I don't know what's going on since January 1st. For me, when you enter the house, you see, I'm trying to look at my phone. I have to look at the computer screen. I have to look at myself on the screen. When you enter the house, maybe I should just do it this way right now. And I wish my camera can tell me if I'm pointing at myself. That's all I want to know is if I'm pointing at myself. Okay. I see I'm pointing at myself. I have to hold my phone this way. Okay, so let me hold it up a little bit. So I'm pointing at myself. We have to remember the 20 years. What is 10? What is 20? What is the house? How much is the house? What number do we give the word? Well, house, I'm gonna write down House, house. And house is number, I think I did that on the last page. Did I do it on the last page? House. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna show you as I do it. And it's really freaking me out. It's really freaking me out. And the reason why it's freaking me out is because so many things just fit together. The house, 8, 15, 21, 19, and 5, 45, and 23. This is 8 and 6. This is Mars. This is the divide of the house. This is the 8 ball. And this is the 15 ball. But guess what? Hello, number 7. Last and last. But should we go 1 is first? As first is number 9, 9 and 6, 1 and 8. 9 and 6, 1 and 8. Inside of 9, they house. Inside of 9, 8. 8 houses 1. Inside of 9. In the deck of cards, there's only 3 cards. It's the 2, and it's the 8, and it is the 9. The 1 card is inside the 9, and the 5 card is inside the 9, and all they added on was this card over here. So they got the inside 4 inside the 9, in which they call this card 5 and 4. And the reason they call the card not 5 and 4, I stopped the video. I'm going to continue it. I get very excited. Here's the 6 card and the 8 card, and they're just the same. And here's the 9 card. You know, here's the ace card. Here's the ace card, right? Ace card, location. Location, location. We have the 10 card. Okay, it's similar to the 2 card. Right over here, see the 2 card and the 10 card. 10 card, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So whatever 2 is, it's all inside that area over here. Because it's talking, I'm getting very excited. I just want to cry because I know there's people working on this. I know there's people working on geometrics, but you gotta have a rule. Set a rule. And my rule is the square paper. I do everything off the square paper, and it tells me everything. It tells me everything. Inside that square paper, my friend, I call that the grid. The only thing missing on the grid, right, are the pencil lines going on this angle and going on this angle. And there's a word for it in French. They call it aiguille grave. And it creates squares. And inside of 1 square is going to have how many squares around it? And when there's 4 squares together and there's no squares in between each other and they're all equal to each other, all there is a separation or the touching film or line that touches them, that the fine line on the cross, if you would look at it, is numeric value 5. And I'm going to show you here. I didn't finish house yet. I didn't finish house. I'm still looking for the 7 card. I'm still looking for, anyways, here's the 5 card. And And where's the 9 card? That's not a good 9 card. It's telling me it's in the house of 2, right? But look, there's 2 more. You say, oh, they're only on the outside. Don't count them, right? Okay, one is big, one is small. Don't count what? Don't count what in your game. In my game, nothing gets left out. If it was left out, it wasn't here. It's part of the void. Anyways, here's the 9 card. So you notice in the 9 card, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of them are down. There are 2 and 2 mirrors. There are 2 and 2 mirrors outside the inside mirrors, the halfway house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 8, which usually have the same design. The H, okay, or the I. Where would be the I? Would this be the I? Turning it this way? How would I get the I? Can I do it this way? Can I do that for H and I? I don't think so. Really, what you want to do, I mean, it's an obligation and understanding that you have to step on the stones, right? You need to step on the stones. I need more black markers. I need more black markers, more black markers. And I can't stop talking, because if I stop talking, I break the incoming. There's a river. Here, look, this and this. Okay, this and this. My question is, because you need a pathway, is this my V? And is this my little piece in the center? On one side? Is that the shin? Should we call it the chicken leg? Because there's never just one card. I should have a bunch of cards over here. You can make up anything, sure. But always make up, stay on the same story where the same rules inflict. Unless I'm going to the other side of the world, I might change the story. But you see, there are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are 5 up. And if you notice the design on that 5, right? When you notice the design, right? You notice the way it goes down, in here, over and up. Because they're all the same, I'm going to go down and over and up. You notice the way I came over here? That means these 2 areas have a very good chance of occupying or touching the same area point. So then I would do that here, and I would mirror it here. I don't have to mirror everything, right? Okay, here, 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 and then I'll mirror. I'll mirror. And why do I do this? One of the reasons I'm doing this is because what happens when you just do that? You actually have just one formation. You also have what is the beginning of your 3D. Right? And then you have a flow. You have an in and it stops, and you have an out and it stops. And guess what? You have a line that goes right through. What is the significance of a line? I don't know. But when you do these all the way up, right, you can end up with your Army Sergeant stripes. Okay? And then what happens? You do it on the way down. You end up with the butterfly over here. I have it here. And boom, boom. I have it here. And that's where you connect in the center over here, this area over here. And then we're going to do it. Now, how many Army stripes go up? How many Army stripes go down? And this is singular. This is also what looks like the sword. You know, the sword on the deck of cards. And at the same time, I didn't have to do it that way. Okay, because what happened to this area in the center over here that is now created on a flat area? Do you understand? Here's one area. When you split this area, you can run along the cross. But when you have a square, a single square, okay, what has to happen in this single square? What happens to this? Well, they're now out here, creating this area space here. Or what can happen is you can say, look, I've got 4 of them inside of here. I've got 4 singulars. Now, if I want to get 4 singulars, plus I want to get, here's a singular, but hey, I want it to be a whole. So I have to add on this piece. And this is where your Tetris comes in. And now you have pieces. What number should I call this piece? Should I call this 1? Should I call this 3? What happens when I take 3 and face 3 versus 3? And I've done this before and I'm doing it again. I end up with a 3 here and I end up with a 3 here. I end up with a single boxed out space here and I end up with 1 on 1 on the outside. Let's call that 2 because there's a total of 2 of them and in the same area. So now if I went around this area, I've went 1 in the center to where we have 3, where we have, I got to plug my phone in for some reason. It's going to run out. Where I have 3 areas, then I have 1 area, then I have 3 areas, then I have 1 area, and then I have 3 areas over here. And I like to call that 1, 3, 3, 1, 3. Let's just call that 3, 1, 3. Now, when we build them again and we do the same design, okay, we're going to do the same design just like this. And how would I do that same design? I would now come over here, come over here, and come over here. Then I'd come over here, come over here, come over here. And now I've got 4 areas of 4. Now, what happened to this 3? It became 3, 2. And this became 3, 2. And this over here, okay, this one over here was a what? This is another 3. So now we have 3 as it remains its own, and it becomes with 1. This is my 1, 3, and this becomes my 3, 3. So what is my 3, 3? What area is my 3, 3 in? So, well, what area is that in? So now I'm going to add on the wings on this, okay? I can add on my wings and divide everything up, where everything becomes its own individuality, and now we have areas where it says 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. Forget about those numbers for now. I have to get rid of these cards also. Just give me a second. And don't forget, we're going to create the letter H. What did I do? Where's my letters? How do I create the H and the I? Is this a bridge? Is this a bridge over here? How can I create my H and I? If I created something, it would be like this, right? How can I show you that? Man, I'm running out of paper. Okay, if I was doing the 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can do the, you have this and this, but what do I do with this? I only can run it on an angle, so I'll either have the N or the Z. Is there any way for me to have the I? Well, if you want to have an I, I'm going to have to do this. I will have to extend it. So should I do that again? Should I do that again? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I did that the wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to look at that. See where it comes in there? Right? It almost came in there like, oh my God, now it's the key to everything. So this is what we're going to do with we can only go through here and like this and create the N and the Z. Okay. Now what we do is I extend the line a little bit further this way and extend the line a little bit further this way. And now you have the H, but look at the angle. Look at the angle that it's set up to go. Look, you see that piece over here? It's going in that direction. It automatically, what is the N or Z, the H, and the I, total letter count 57, is telling me to go through the posts and to go that way. And this one is number 9. So what does number 8 tell me? See, I should have done this a little bit different with the 8 than I did on the 9. I have the same size card, yet I divided it this way. This should not be this way. This should be this, and this, and this. And then it should be this, and this, and this. And then I would have here, and then I would have here. And that would be my 8 card. Okay, so what can I do with my 8 card. And don't forget the images on my 8 card, only the diamond 8. Only the diamond 8, they're all the same. So if you ask me, only 1 out of 3 cards are the same. The diamond 8, I have 5 and I have 3, and I have all 8. Man on Earth collecting information from the diamond in the sky. Man number 8 getting diamonds in the sky. Crazy 8s. All the cards have diamonds, remember. My arm is hurting. So I'm going to do it with the 8 of diamonds in mind, and I can do it with this 8. So if it was that 8, you see, I don't want to work with descriptions. How do I connect this? How do I connect this? Okay, I can connect that, and am I allowed to crisscross like I did with the 9? Okay, the 9 is not the same. You see, the 9, they were touching, right? But in the 8, there's a gap. There's a big gap. It's telling me to pass over here. See, they're all touching over here. See the way I did this? I'm not sure if I can do this. And one of the reasons I did this is because if this was a river and this was a generator house and then it went down the river a little bit, see? A river flowing and then it goes down. Anyways, you can also see home plate. 2 home plates in this. Right? Or anyways, let's not get into that. This is my H. Now, what can I do with my H? I can do that. I can create a V. Am I allowed to go straight across? Well, if the river is flowing this way, you sure can. You can go straight across if the river is flowing that way. So I'm just trying to think, can I make the river flow this way? Or can I just do this as one part of my design where I get VW? Where I get VW. There we go, VW. Got a visitor, putting it on pause.